Hey everyone, welcome back. And we have some great Cardano news. Charles Hoskinson is speaking about kind of the integration that we're going to see between Cardano, XRP, and Bitcoin, and kind of what is coming in the works. Now, for those of you that do watch me, and I do talk Cardano every single day, I want to tell you guys that Cardano is one of my biggest holdings. Full disclosure, it was one of the first cryptos that I did ever buy. And this is an exciting kind of story to get into because not only do I hold Cardano, but I am also big on XRP. So I want to share with you guys my thoughts right here in this video. For those of you that are new, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us right here on the channel. And let's get right down into it, okay? So the headline today, Hoskinson saying that Cardano and XRP Bitcoin in the fold will quadruple the TVL beyond Ethereum and Solana combined. That's a pretty bullish statement I'm going to break down for you guys right now in this stream. Let's get into the conversation where crypto is at right here, right now. And as we see, currently, Cardano is up 3.5%, trading above 80 cents. So we're holding true, 82.24 on the charts. It's been a great week and month, not only year for Cardano. As we look back in the last 365 days, the number 9 ranked crypto was trading roughly at a low point of 31 cents. We were buying Cardano at below 25 cents at one point in recent times, and that was a way to greatly reduce the cost basis that we did have with, if you guys know me, I did have some Cardano purchases above $3, or I think it was around $2.90 exactly. But anyways, hey, that's kind of what you have to deal with from time to time. So anytime you do get those dips, great way to lower your cost basis. But I want to share with you guys kind of this statement, and we're going to break down these thoughts. As always, please remember, none of this is financial advice. I'll never tell you guys to buy or sell a crypto, but we are going to talk Cardano. But if you are looking to buy a crypto, check out my link down below. If you do want to sign up with BTCC, it is my exchange, 14 plus years, trusted in the industry, spot and leverage trading available to most clients. So that's something that you definitely want to check out if you are a leverage trader. Links are down below. They do have a lot of sign up bonuses as well as promotions within kind of the competitions within volume that they do run on their platform. So check it out. But we will take a dive into the full screen and we'll talk kind of where we're at from a price standpoint. And that is a very beautiful look right now as we can kind of look at these lows on this upward trend that we have been going upon. And now we are firmly above the moving averages that we do see. Okay, so this is something that we need to take in mind due to the fact that we did see kind of this happen a little bit earlier in the year and as well as the later part of 2024. And you can kind of see on your screen here what I'm talking about. Okay, so we failed to break through here, and we briefly did right here, but we did have about 5 rejections where we did start to wick up at this level. And that level that I'm talking about, okay, is roughly about the $1.16 level for ADA. Okay, so to get to where we want to go to, and that would be firmly from where we're at around 82 cents, we're going to have to go up roughly if you want to measure it out here, we could talk. It would be roughly about 35% more that we could see if we do want to hit back at that level. Okay, and that's kind of where I would have a very firm price target, right? I'm not saying that we're going to go there tomorrow. I'm not going to pull out the crystal ball and share with you guys my price prediction, but I am going to say that if we do hit that $1.16 level, that is going to be where we're going to be faced with a lot of resistance. So please keep that in mind as we do look to start trading above $1 here very shortly if you are bullish on Cardano. Okay, but back into the big story. This is what we're going to break down, okay? Now we get into some of the conversations here that we have seen with Sam North, a market analyst at eToro. And before we get down into it, I am going to have the privilege of listening to Hoskinson live. I will be at an Ethereum conference that I believe Hoskinson, ahead of the Futurist or consensus, I should say, he will be, I think, making an appearance at Futurist. That's the one I will be at. So I wanted to kind of share kind of my thoughts ahead of this event. But this is something where we look into kind of where Ripple has a large ecosystem with sufficient funds, the XRP ledger. Okay, this is some limitations revolving around smart contract functionality. Now, full disclosure, I am very bullish on XRP as well. But the limitations have hindered developers from doing much on the ledger, suggesting a computation layer would be grafted onto the ledger and could allow for real-world assets and banking relationships to enter the XRPL ecosystem. Okay, once this is done, the Cardano founder expects the XRPL to have a smart contract layer. Now, within the speculation that we see, Cardano's growth over the next 5 years. Now, mind you, when I do talk Cardano, I always talk about it with a 2030 mindset. Okay, so that really much is going to be in line with what Hoskinson is saying, noting that the outlook is achievable when the team behind Cardano does things for Bitcoin and XRP, like integrating both assets into the Midnight, which is Cardano's privacy blockchain. And in his view, he kind of wants to get into the conversation here, rendering that Bitcoin and Ledger projects could benefit Cardano. All right, in particular, asserting that the support would boost the TVL on Cardano, potentially quadrupling the combined TVL of Solana and Ethereum. Very bullish statement from Charles. All right, so leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think this is obtainable? But this is the next 5 years that we're going to see big growth coming from XRP and Bitcoin, in the words of Charles. Okay, views it as a win-win, and when you add that all together, the TVL would be larger than 4 times Ethereum and Solana combined. Okay, and that's kind of where we want to put some numbers behind it. Cardano's sitting at 393 million. That would look at it for Ethereum and Solana combining around 72 billion. That is a huge move. That means that the total value locked would increase by 73,000+%. So that's a very bold statement. I don't know if that's going to be true, but Charles Hoskinson believes it will be, and that is something that is worth me making a video and talking about it, because that is an absolute kind of headline here as we look into the new week and kind of what's ahead for ADA. So that's kind of where we're at. We look into kind of the partnerships that we have potentially within Cardano and Bitcoin, Cardano and Ripple. And then within this, there's no official announcements yet, but this is something where the support for XRP kind of changing gears, right? Never once was, now is. But this is something where we look into this and how the Midnight all kind of takes form into this. But I do think that there has been a very good storyline as well within Ripple expanding its support of RLUSD, their stablecoin, to Cardano as well. We've talked about that in previous videos. Okay, so there it is, guys. That is where Hoskinson states 4 times the total value locked of Ethereum and Solana combined. That would be where Cardano's TVL would sit at $288 billion. For those of you that are new to crypto, you can just do the rough math on that one from a price impact, and you can connect the dots, because I think that would be absolutely insane. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. So leave a comment down below. Do you think this is obtainable? Do you believe and agree with Charles? Or do you think this is all just kind of pure speculation and really far-fetched in his opinion? Okay, appreciate you guys all tuning in. Give me a couple minutes of your time. We'll have a lot of content and updates from the Futurist conference that we will be attending. Hopefully we get to hear Charles speak, maybe potentially even an interview if we're lucky. But that's kind of what I have going on for you guys today in this Cardano update. Also, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. Please check out the links down below if you want to start trading on BTCC, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.